right, appreciate y'all joining us today. Very unfortunate news out of Virginia. I'd like to acknowledge what's going on there. Our thoughts and prayers with that team and that campus university today. Looking back on our game last week, really proud of our team finding a way to win. Not always as clean as I'd like it. Really a hard team to prepare for when you don't see it regularly with how Army plays a game, in particular their offense running the triple option. But finding a way to win is not easy, and our guys have continued to do that. Winning college football games is very, very hard, and I tip my hat to our young men on our team for continuing to fight through adversity, maybe things not going the right way early in the game, and continue to play with great effort, great energy, great enthusiasm and care for each other, and find another way to win a game. So looking back, Offensive Player of the Week, DeAndre Lewis. Defensive Player of the Week, Carlton Marshall. Not a whole lot of explanation needed there probably. Special Teams Player of the Week, Brooks Buse. Job Taker of the Week on the defensive look team is Luke Hodge from Aniana, Alabama. Offensive Job Taker of the Week on the look team is Matthew Johnson from Marbury. And Special Teams Job Taker of the Week is Ty Pouncey from Pinson Valley. The Nathan Harris John Johnson Service Award is Kyle Cole this week. And the Corey McCullough Spirit Award is Del Pettis this week. So those guys got those awards. Really, Kyle, because of service he did throughout the team last week, we had several cases of flu, just crud, whatever is going around, and Kyle went and delivered meals to guys that weren't able to make it to practice a couple of days, which really shows what his heart is all about. And then Dell, Spirit Award, because Dell did not think he was going to be able to play because of illness. The morning of the game, I thought there's a 0% chance. And then he went and saw the doctors before the game, and I look up and he's out there for pregame warm-ups. And I'm like, what's Dell doing out here? And he said he can play. So really proud of Dell overcoming the adversity he had and showing spirit and toughness in that regard. Moving forward, back into conference play, got a really good Louisiana Monroe team coming to town. It'll be senior day for our seniors' last regular season home game this Saturday. We've got 22 guys that will go through senior day. Really unique for me being a first-time head coach. 14 of those 22 guys I was a part of recruiting. I think 11 of them when I was here before, and then 3 of them that are seniors that we've got to come join the team this year, basically for their last year of eligibility. But 22 guys that we're grateful for their contributions to Troy football and helping recapture just the winning spirit we want to have around here in their last year of eligibility. So going to honor those guys. It is a great day to do that. It's not their last football game, so it's not the one that they'll remember forever maybe. And we've got a lot of football left to play, hopefully, but we do want to take our last regular season game at home to acknowledge them, and we will. Looking ahead, Louisiana Monroe, like I said, very, very good football team. Don't let their record give you any indication. I mean, they're 4-6 by record. They lost by a score to Coastal Carolina. They lost by a score to South Alabama, and they played Alabama and Texas, 2 Power 5 teams. So lost by 1 touchdown to 2 of the better teams in our league. And then so they're a really quality team. Their quarterback number 6, Chandler Rogers, dynamic playmaker. Their wide receiver number 4, Tyrone Howell, best receiver we've played all year. And I'm not just saying that. I think against South Alabama, he had 9 catches for 240-something yards and 3 touchdowns. He is the best receiver we have played all year. And if we're not really prepared for him, it's going to be a long Saturday for Troy football team. And we better be ready. They've got other good receivers too. Number 5, Jevin Frett, dynamic playmaker, number 17, Boogie Knight. That's who was at the media day with Terry this summer. He's a good player. Tight ends are involved in the passing game. The backs are really good. Defensively, number 91, their nose, is as good of a player on the interior D-line as we've played against in this league as well. So they're a good football team. They're well coached. They got good players. They could easily have the same record we got, to be quite honest with you. We have got to have a great week of preparation if we want to have the outcome we want to have. Tremendous challenge. We've got our work cut out for us. Having said all that, we'll open it up to questions.
Hey, John, it's John and Dothan. How is the health of the team right now as far as the flu and that kind of thing?
That's a good question. I think it's one of those things. It's a slow trickle, matriculating through. It feels a little bit like we felt in 2020 at times when you're dealing with COVID, different illness maybe, but similar of like you don't know when somebody's going to pop and not feel great. Actually, Elias Levenway, our athletic trainer, does a great job. He was coming to find me to give me an injury report and an update. As I was sitting in here getting ready to start this, he texted me and said, "Where you at?" And I said, "I'll be free at about 11:45. So don't know fully. One of those deals where, the guys that have it today, they're going to be available to play on Saturday. What scares you about the illness stuff that goes around is who wakes up Friday or Saturday with it. It doesn't feel good. The guys that got it today, they're able to go. So last week, several guys fought through it. I mean, Dale Pettis was dealing with it, Keyshawn Swanson, KJ Robertson, Will Cholo, who played really good with it too. Defensively, we were practice. It was scary because you're getting ready to play a unique offense, and every day it was like 2 or 3 new guys weren't going to be able to practice because of illness, and so real big challenge. Never going to make that an excuse. I mean, nobody cares, but it was real, and we had to deal with it. And it was, I was not real comfortable at times last week, particularly late in the week with where we were at health-wise.
Hey, Coach Sumrall, it's Jamal in Montgomery. I believe your record now in close games is 5-1. I just wanted to know what the mental fortitude that it takes to, what have you guys done to batten down the hatches when it comes to playing in close games? What goes into that, that mental toughness aspect?
Yeah, I think it doesn't guarantee you're going to win them, but I do believe being in those situations and finding a way creates confidence the next time it happens. And I also believe that through the off-season stuff we did with our team, from a team-building, chemistry, culture-building deal, I believe our team cares deeply about each other and fights for each other. And I think that our guys continue to compete till the bitter end. We went into halftime the other night, and I told them, I said, "Hey, look, we're actually 1 point ahead of where we were at the scoreboard against Louisiana Lafayette." And guys kind of chuckled, but I was like, "Hey, we were down 10-0 last week. At least we only got to come back from 9-0 this week." And so it's going to be a little bit easier maybe. And then but I do believe when you see that you can overcome the adversity maybe at times, or maybe fight through a close game and find a way to win, I believe it creates a little bit of confidence the next time you're there. The best part of all of it to me is, I've had a lot of people, I think, say, "Hey, what if how cool would this season be if we'd have won the App State game?" And I'm like, well, we might have lost some other games. Like, that loss might have helped us learn how to win. And so now I want to win every game. I'm not happy about losing ever. But there's a lot to learn in different situations, and very proud of our team, the young men on our team, for continuing to compete and find ways to get wins in tough situations. That it? You guys are taking it easy, man.
Anybody else?
I have a follow-up question then. Is there any extra, are you any more proud that your team has been able to keep that up, this late into the season, 10 games in, still having that mental fortitude to hang in there, to score the touchdown late in the fourth quarter, to have the defense, do what it does to hold them to a field goal opportunity and not a touchdown chance to win the game.
Yeah, I just think offensively, the game last week, we didn't get the ball. I mean, that first drive was like 7 minutes or whatever, and so 7.5 minutes. So it's hard to get in a rhythm or flow. But once we did, I felt like we found rhythm later in the game. We didn't execute and punch it in. But I think that our guys have continued to just stay the course and be where your feet are, play the next play. Don't get too far out in front of yourself, and also don't worry about things that have already happened. So one thing, and let me go. I should have said this in my opening statement. One thing I would like to acknowledge and mention, the crowd and the turnout last week. I thought the environment at home that we were able to create with our fan base, the Troy students, the alumni, the surrounding community, showing up to support our team was critical, and really Saturday in Veterans Memorial Stadium, it felt like a big-time college football environment. And I'm extremely grateful to our athletics administration, our chancellor, Dr. Hawkins, so many people that did a lot of things to help create that environment. But very, very grateful to our fans and the military people of service that showed up as well. It was a really cool college football environment on Saturday. Would love to recreate that again this Saturday for our last regular season home game. Would love to. I ask all of Troy Trojan Nation, everybody that's a Troy fan, a Troy supporter. Like I said after the Louisiana Lafayette game, if you live anywhere within a couple hours of here and you went to Troy, come watch these guys play here. I don't know who else is playing in the state of Alabama this Saturday, but we got a pretty good team that would love to. I'd love for people to show up and support our kids.
Coach, what is one of the most important messages that you're spreading to the team this weekend?
That's a good question. I do have sort of a messaging theme of the week. I'll hone in on that here in the next couple hours before we get into our team meeting today at 3:15. We talk a lot about the same things though all year. I mean, I don't get wishy-washy and change a lot. Last week our messaging was do your job, be where your feet are, and keep showing up. And do your job was important because of playing an option offense. Be where your feet are is a common theme. Like I oftentimes say to our team, I say be, and they finish it with where your feet are, because they know that I think it's critical in this game to not get caught up in what's already happened or worry about what's going to happen. Worry about right where you are, and then keep showing up is something we've talked about a lot this year. Lonnie Cochran, our team chaplain in devotion, who does an awesome job. Lonnie, former basketball player here, so grateful for his mentorship to our players and to myself. I mean, he meets with me weekly to make sure I'm in the right spot spiritually. And Lonnie talked to our team earlier in the year about keep showing up. No matter what, keep showing up. And that's sort of been a common theme that I've talked to him about all year is just keep showing up. You know, if you keep showing up, you can be very proud of what you accomplish. Just keep showing up. And so I'll have the theme of the week finalized here in the next couple hours, but I'm close on it. I don't always like for it to be public until I got it with the guys first, though.